Okay, so let's start by looking at what electrons are. So electrons are tiny negatively charged particles. Let's have a look at recalling their mass and their charge and those of other subatomic particles as well. A proton has a mass of 1, a neutron 1, and an electron 1 over 2000. A proton has a charge of +1 or 1 plus, a neutron 0 neutral, and an electron of -1 or 1 minus. Let's recall the structure of an atom. At the center of the atom we have the positive nucleus, and going around the positive nucleus we have electrons in shells. Now, what is electron configuration, the title of today's video? Well, the word configuration means arrangement, so it's the arrangement of electrons. Okay, so let's have a look at the rules related to how these electrons fit into shells. So the first shell can have a maximum of 2 electrons. Only 2 electrons can be present in that first shell. The second shell has a maximum of 8 electrons that it can be filled with. And the third shell also 8 electrons. Remember, the first shell is filled first, and then once that's full, we can fill the second and third shells. So let's have a look at an atom of lithium. It has an atomic number of 3, meaning 3 electrons in total. The first shell will have 2 electrons and the second shell 1 electron. So this is the electron configuration of lithium. Let's have a look at an atom of fluorine. It has an atomic number of 9, so 9 electrons in total. The first shell has 2 electrons, and so then the second shell has 7. Let's go ahead now and look at an atom of magnesium. Magnesium has an atomic number of 12, so 12 in total in terms of electrons. 2 go in the first shell, and then we have 8 in the second, that gives 10, and then 2 more in the third shell. Okay, so I have some examples for you here, so pause the video and get on with them, and then restart once you're done. So sodium has an atomic number of 11, 2 electrons in the first shell, and then we have 8 in the second, and then 1 in the third shell. In an atom of sulfur, we have 2 electrons in the first shell, followed by 8 in the second, and then finally 6 in the third. In an atom of potassium, we have 2 electrons in the first shell, 8 in the second, 8 in the third, and 1 in the last shell. So let's have a look at writing electron configuration now. So let's have a look at an atom of magnesium. Now, how am I going to write this electron configuration? So I can put numbers to represent the number of electrons. So there are 2 in the first shell, followed by 8 and then 2. Okay, so if you could try to write the electron configuration of calcium and then restart the video when you're done. So an atom of calcium has 2 electrons in the first shell, followed by 8, another 8, and then 2. So we can put commas instead of full stops as well. The final thing that I want to have a look at is the electron configuration and how that's related to the positions of elements in the periodic table. So the group number actually gives us some really important information. It gives us the number of electrons in the outer shell of an atom. We can see that elements in group 1 have 1 electron in their outer shell, group 2, 2 electrons, and so on and so forth for each group. The period number actually gives us the number of shells, the total number of shells. So for period 1, all of the atoms have 1 shell, so hydrogen and helium. Period 2, they have 2 shells, and so on and so forth. We've come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed the video and you've got a lot from it. Please like, comment and subscribe and share this content in order to get it to more pupils like you. All the best. Bye.